Hi, how are you? Good. That's good. Um, I was just watching something by Lauren Summon on YouTube about sleep meditation for body mapping or something. I don't recommend it. I listened to it trying to work out if I could recommend it, and she tried to. She psychically attacked me, tried to get into my head. You don't watch that one, please. Um, so uh, body mapping is. I'll use another term. Right. So, uh, retraining your body away from a place of being traumatized. So when you've got PTSD, for example, or you've been traumatized, it's not as bad as PTSD. You might find that if you do a certain look, certain facial characteristics, and you might find this normally anyway, or do a certain hand gesture, it brings up a certain emotion or vibration within you, and that's actually normal. So, what's happening there is when you do that look or that hand gesture, you get a response from that, and you get the most common response you get from that, either from others or just from your environment around you, even God, the universe, God, creator, whoever inside you. Most common response will give you a feeling, a response to you. It's interactive. So if you see someone and you look like this to them, then they'll probably come up to you and go, "Hello, how are you?" or something like that. So, and then you get a response from it. You get a feeling about that. Your action brings a reaction, and their reaction to you gets a reaction to you. So, if you get positive experiences every time you do that, what's to you a positive experience, then you get positive feeling from that, and your body feels good from that. If in your life you have been traumatized, abused in any way, and you might find that something as simple as if your mum or dad were telling you off for something that, and it wasn't your fault, but they're still telling you off, you might do that on your eyes, and they might go wham across your cheek or something. Right? So you would find every time you roll your eyes, because it's such a traumatic event, you will think, feel, body react to rolling your eyes, even if that stimulus, even that reaction doesn't happen to you. So sometimes it can happen from repeated, the most often repeated. Sometimes it can just happen once, but it's so traumatic, right? So you do actually store these memories in your body. That's why sometimes people who are used to getting tortured have muscle problems, even though they weren't attacked on the muscle. Right? It's like osteoarthritis, for example. Also, so you've got to retrain your body once you're out of that traumatic experience. You've got to retrain your body to not be a traumatized body. Right. So You got to do things differently. If you get in a traumatic, possibly traumatic experience, think down to heart to whoever you pray to that you can trust. Ask them to rescue you, to help you. Wait. That's one. Get out of danger. Wait. When there's no danger, you've got to explain to your body, that's not happening now. So the first part is retraining your body with the reaction that you would have if that trauma had to have happened. But hopefully it wouldn't have happened because you started praying now. So when something bad's about to happen, you clench up usually. Whether you clench up because you're ready to defend yourself or defend others, whether you clench up because you're frozen, or whether you clench up because you're going to run away. That's called fight, flight, or freeze response. And it's a survival response. So if that trauma doesn't happen, you stretch, you relax, put your shoulders back down, stretch your back, have a shake, like Taylor Swift said, shake it off. Okay. So that's the first step. And then once you get good at that, you can address any residual body effect of trauma, whether it was one trauma or whether it was repeated trauma. And you go through it the same way. A lot of meditation as well really helps with that as well. And meditation music, I recommend Good Vibes binaural beats ones. And get in those relaxed positions, whatever's relaxed for you, and not a position that you were in when you got traumatized. And you might find that helpful for going off to sleep as well. If you were traumatized, abused while you were lying down, I had to do this myself for a long time. I had to sleep sitting up, leaning on a pillow. And then I'd go back to sleep. I'd go to sleep. Stuff like that. Right. And that really helps as well. And that's what I found. And everyone who follows that advice of mine is finding it even easier to get over trauma when it's not imprinted on their body as well. And they've gotten over that as well. So I hope you do that as well. See you.